Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and welcome to your Impact Review. This week's show, again, not too bad, not fantastic, but I have to say that the New York shows have been 10 times better than the Orlando shows by far. Impact Zone impacts are by far the worst. It seems like they finally, when they get out there, they put on a good show in New York. I think that Dixie should just pack up the operation and move to New York. Now, Spike TV still not going to want their asses, but they seem like they try harder. The show is more hardcore. There's less goofy shit going on, and that I can appreciate. Less goofy shit is a lot better, and the thing is, because no one's going to buy this in the Hammerstein Ballroom. No motherfucker is going to cheer for this shit. They don't even cheer for it in the Impact Zone. You put them in front of a rowdy New York crowd, you're damn well sure that they're not gonna fucking get that shit over. So they have to try harder, and that type of motivation could definitely aid TNA. For all the people that want to see TNA do well, TNA succeed, well, there's no chance for that. But, if you want to see TNA at least do better, then you should probably want them to move their operation to New York. I think that it would definitely benefit them a lot better. And the New York crowd, they're editing out the crowd. As soon as anything starts up, any type of vulgar chants, they have to edit it out. New York, the Hammerstein Ballroom, this is where they've done ECW shows in the past. This is where ROH is frequently done, a much hardcore, rowdier audience. These are people that are, pretty well versed when it comes to wrestling. Not only do they watch WWE and TNA, but the indies as well. So, these fans have seen everything. Nothing surprises them. So, you can't pull the same old fucking retarded ass bullshit. And that's what I think would really benefit TNA in the future. We start off with the Dudleys and the Hardys, Team 3D, but we might as well call them the Dudleys because they're reliving the past. They're talking about matches that happened fucking 20 years ago. And I can appreciate this nostalgia, but this is sort of like maybe inadvertent, promotion for the network, motherfuckers. Think about it. Why are you going to sit there and listen to, a TNA version of a Dudleys and Hardys promo when you could just go back on the network and see that feud and relive it, when the guys were much younger and they were better. That's the funny thing about this. I know that maybe this is Dixie kissing Vince McMahon's ass with a little bit of promotion. They mentioned the Astrodome. They mentioned Anaheim, California. They mentioned all these great, fantastic ladder matches. And you can't help but think that this is like just making you want to go see the fucking network. So they're going to have a match tonight. And, they're going to relive the past glory days of this feud. And I don't have a problem with that. But, once again, this is a WWE feud. All four of these guys have been in WWE. All four of them have been more successful in WWE. And I don't know where this really takes them. You got Jeff Hardy and Bully Ray, who have already been world champions. What are they, back to being a tag team again? Both of these guys are going to go back to tag teaming. I mean, I'm never a big fan of relegating guys to, lower titles once they've already been at the top. But like, what's going to happen when they go back to Orlando? Are they going to go back to being singles wrestlers, or are they going to fucking just be a tag team again? And really, when you think about it, the Dudley Boyz haven't been separated for that long. It's maybe been like about a year or two. And plus, Ace and Nate's, the Dudleys were together. They might have not been called Team 3D, but they were fucking together still. Well, they weren't fucking together, but they were together. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, you had Low-Key defeating Manic, Crazy Steve, DJ Z, Tigre Uno, and Homicide in the scramble match, X Division scramble match. Good athleticism, but the eliminations were like this. They're just rapid fire. And Homicide, he returns, and Homicide in the Indies is actually a major star. Hammerstein Ballroom, like I said, makes me think of Ring of Honor, and he was a major star in Ring of Honor. It comes back to no fanfare, no video package, no extra promotion, nothing really even mentioning like his big return. He just, comes back and loses to Loki, basically. Not even really making a big deal. I just think it's a fucking waste. Homicide's been in and out of this company. I think they should do a little bit more with them. Two talented wrestlers, but, and here's the thing. So Low-Key and Samoa Joe are going to go one-on-one. And Samoa Joe is X Division champion. It's just backpedaling. Samoa Joe has already been world champion. This is the same story of Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler has already fucking won the world title. Now he's fighting for intercontinental titles. It's like, if the guy's already been world champion, same thing I said about Jeff Hardy and Bully Ray. Why do they take him back down the ladder? Why do they, push them back down and make them win lesser titles? This makes no fucking sense. If you've already won the top title, what sense does it make putting a second-rate title on that guy? You really got to think about this shit. It makes no fucking sense. Then you had EC3 getting arrested by Kurt Angle. A bunch of New York's finest comes out. Apparently, the New York City cops have nothing better to do. The most important thing is to arrest wrestlers. Forget about the rapes. Forget about the murders. Forget about the robberies. Wrestlers causing trouble in the ring. Call all the cops down. Get every single one down. Call Mayor de Blasio. Tell him to send every single copper down to the Hammerstein Ballroom to arrest EC3. Because this is the most important thing going on in New York City streets, motherfuckers. Anyway, this was obviously a ripoff of Stephanie getting arrested. But it was better, It was funnier. And even though EC3 might be a shit-ass fucking wrestler, he is entertaining. This whole segment was pretty entertaining. The facial expressions. EC3 saying that he knows everybody in New York. He mentions Carmelo Anthony, just pretty fucking funny. I have to say, you could easily say that this was a goofball segment, a ripoff of WWE. But here I am standing before you today, TNA fanboys, telling you that I enjoyed the way how TNA did something better than WWE. How do you like that? Yeah, I'm a real TNA hater, you see. When TNA does something better than WWE, I will say it, and this segment was handled better. They might have been copying them. Let's remember that. They might have been copying them, but they improved on the segment. Then you had Mr. Anderson and Gunner fighting to a no contest because Samuel Shaw came out to interfere. What is this fucking homosexual angle? I mentioned this last week. Gunner, Mr. Anderson, Samuel Shaw, and this love triangle. Like I said, there's enough fucking gay shit. Samuel Shaw, no guys, don't fight, I love you. What is this fucking bullshit? This is fucking nonsense. This is fucking gay ass bullshit. As I said, as wrestling fans, we have to put up with the gay jokes as it is. Why do we have to have actual fucking gay shit going on in the fucking show? And then you had Gail Kim defeating Velvet Sky, Angelina Love, and Taryn Terrell. And, this, I could see why they're trying to bring in this new girl, Havoc. The Knockouts division is strapped for talent. They have no fucking people left. There's no fucking women. You got Velvet Sky, who's been in this fucking shit 5-6 years, and she's already proven she's a shit fucking wrestler. She can't do fucking anything at all. She's Angelina Love, maybe a tiny bit better than her. Taryn Terrell, she tries. I will give her that. She tried. Not a bad match. Not a very good match either. And Gail Kim, she's like the female Asian Cena. How many fucking times is she going to win the women's belt in this fucking company? Every single time they get the belt off of her, they end up putting the belt back on her. How many fucking times are they going to pull this fucking bullshit? Every single fucking month, they put the belt on somebody else, and then they end up putting the belt right back on her. if you don't want to commit to a new champion, just fucking keep the belt on her already. How many times has she been fucking world champion of the women's division? It's been like fucking 23 times. You know, if Ric Flair was the women's champion that many times, she would have beat his record. I don't know. But anyway, Gail Kim winning too many fucking titles. Then you had Lashley, MVP, and Kenny King defeating Bobby Roode, Austin Aries, and Eric Young. It was a very boring match to start off with. Just a beat down. Austin Aries tries to make it more exciting. You know, Austin Aries fucking working his ass off to make a shit fucking match way better. And succeeding somewhat, you know, and they're not even doing anything with Aries. They're doing fucking shit with him. You know, he was a world champion. Then they pushed him back down into the bowels of TNA. You know, they don't even let him do fucking anything. He's not even allowed to showcase any of his talents. You know, Lashley hits him with a big fucking spear at the end. Aries selling it like a fucking madman. So I guess you could say it was an okay little match. Then you had Abyss and Bram arguing over Janice. Apparently, you know, they're both in love with a fucking, you know, inanimate object. They love the fucking spike 2x4 Janice, so they're gonna put it on the ladder and they're gonna climb up, and the winner gets to fucking drag their penis all over that fucking shit. You know, what is this? Everything is so fucking sexual on this show, for God fucking sakes. You wanna rub your fucking dick on a fucking spike 2x4? For God fucking sakes. And then to make things even worse, James Storm has Sonata tied up in his barn. He was touching him a little bit. You know, what is this fucking gay-ass fucking Japanese porno I'm looking at here? James Storm, he could have been, you know, the company's face, as I said, very charismatic, a good wrestler. He could have been at the top. Instead, he's got fucking Asian guys tied up in his barn. Holy motherfucking bullshit. What is this? It's like, you know, he's got him tied up there in an undisclosed location. Nobody knows where he is. I mean, what is he going to do? He's going to fuck him in the ass, obviously. Obviously, James Storm has a deep affection for Asian guys. You know, he's been harassing Sonata. You got this sexual harassment thing going on. Now he's got him tied up in his barn, and the cameraman's there, and he refuses to help Sonata. You know, this is the thing. He's got a cameraman there to film it and all this shit. What the fuck is going on in this fucking company? It's all sexual fucking shit, some weird S&M sadomasochistic bullshit going on with James Storm now. Then in the main event, it was the Dudleys defeating the Hardys in what was a pretty good fucking match, I have to say. For guys in their fucking 50s, motherfuckers, it was pretty good. The Dudleys, they dusted off their old fucking camouflage attires. They finally did their fucking laundry. Bully Ray finally put his 5150 outfit into fucking, you know, washer. And he washed his old outfit from WWE. They edited out all the fucking things that said Dudleys on it. That said Dudleyville on the back, though, which was a little bit weird. And then at the end, Taz slips up and calls Bully Ray Bubba Ray. So, you know, now TNA is going to get sued for millions of dollars, and they're going to go out of business even quicker. But I enjoyed this match. You had Matt Hardy lifting up Devon or Bubba or Bully Ray before I get sued. You know, for in the electric chair. Then Jeff Hardy does a whisper in the wind. That was a pretty cool move. I never even seen that out of them before. They never did that move in WWE. So, you know, I appreciated that move, and it was a pretty good fucking match. And overall, a pretty enjoyable show. You know, you had some little, like, shitty-ass segments, some really, you know, gay, sexual shit on this show. You had Japanese guys getting tied up in barns and getting fucked in the ass. You had psychopaths, you know, getting jealous and love triangles. You know, you had guys wanting to fuck Spike 2x4s. It was a crazy-ass show. But you had some little decent matches in the good main event. It was nostalgia. Nostalgia, motherfuckers. Then they're going to go, in a couple of weeks, they're going to go back to the Impact Zone, and it's going to be business as usual. Shit fucking storylines and moronic promos and lousy-ass matches, motherfuckers. But this week, not a bad show. Alright.